Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Kemetic Tarot After Dark. I'm going to go ahead and get into these messages. We have the King of Cups, we have the Emperor, and we have the Two of Cups. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards. Some benevolent spirit guides, ancestors, angels, and archangels to deliver us with messages that reflect the collective's current reality. So paying attention to use this holographic tarot deck is in your into reality of those who are watching. Okay, so these are very beautiful cards. Okay, and I'm going to cut the deck this time in half, or in in thirds. Okay, so right away we have the King of Cups. And as you can see, the King of Cups, there's a lot of blue, a lot of water, a lot of emotion. However, it is pretty rocky. You could see that the water is has a lot of energy to it, a lot of movement to it. However, we see the King of Cups is stable and is also holding his own cup in his own right. So this speaks about this could be apply to you, your person, but they were coming from a place where they were perhaps a little imbalanced emotionally. I would say emotions could have been a little bit chaotic, coming from a place of chaotic emotions. Okay. But as we see with the King of Cups and the stability, and we see the kind of concrete on top of the water, the King of Cups is about learning how to anchor yourself within emotion and find your stability within that emotion. Okay. We have that followed by the Emperor. Now, the Emperor is about stability. Stability and control. Okay. Specifically, this is the card number 4. So as if you're into numerology, understand that 4 is also a very, very stable number. So this is more so focusing on coming from a place of being emotionally imbalanced to finding some emotional anchoring and emotional stability, to then currently being in a place of finding some grounding in the 3D, in the physical world. Okay. And so once you have emotional stability, and then you have material stability or physical stability, you are then able to move from a place of, being a little bit more chaotic, and finding some balance, to then progressing. And this is the kind of trajectory of the cups, progressing into a place where you can then offer your cup to somebody else and share it to somebody else. So this is beautiful progression, and this is beautiful growth, as you can see here. So this is a person who has found a lot of stability internally and in their environment around them, such that they could go ahead and now offer their 2 of Cups. We see the 6 of Wands here. Again, we have a lot of water in this reading. We see the 6 of Wands here moving to calmer water. So this could have been a person who was, going through a lot. Okay. Somebody who was going through a lot in life, a lot in their mind, a lot in their emotions. And they decided to, do some inner work and move on to a place, and they have found stability in their current life, such that they are in a place of happiness. Okay. So you have the Emperor clarified by the Sun. So this is very beautiful. This is somebody who is finding how to navigate through their life and move towards their life purpose. Okay. And then you see the Star. So the Star, the 2 of Cups clarified by the Star, that is very much, okay, I am happy. I'm doing what it is that I want. I'm becoming the person that I want. I'm finding my ultimate fulfillment. I'm feeling great, and I'm feeling like a star, and I want to go offer my happiness with and be loved truly for who I am, allow myself to be loved. We see that we have the Nine of Swords here. So in the past, somebody was in a place where they felt maybe bound to a situation, where they felt maybe that they didn't have the right ideas, maybe their perception was off. But a lot of times this card represents self-deception. Okay, and when you don't have your emotions right and you don't get your emotions down right, it does lead to self-deception, because sometimes you cannot see the bigger picture. We have that followed by victory. So this story is basically telling of how somebody overcame some emotional turmoil, emotional problems, and they found some kind of victory in finding their balance and finding some anchoring and finding some grounding in their life. We do have the Three of Swords here. Now, this could be a potential problem that may show up in the future now that somebody finds themselves to be very victorious, because this card does speak of a lot of ego, okay? But aside from maybe third-party interference, this could be interference in the mind. It could be interference in life. It could be trying to balance, how can I offer my cup to somebody else when I'm still focusing on balancing and grounding myself in being in this Emperor energy, okay? So this is somebody who has done a lot of work, and they're working through whatever issues it may be. They may have a tendency to like third parties, other people, to like to be in third-party situations, involved with other people. They might like to have more than one person at a time, okay? And so they're doing all of this work. It might be that there's some old kind of behaviors, some old beliefs, some old thoughts, okay, that they might have to work through. What I did pull just now was the Three of Wands. So what it's showing me is that this person is at a point in their life where they're looking for their ships to come in. They are looking for their Four of Wands. Somebody has gone through whatever it is that they've gone through and realized, you know what, I want my Two of Cups and I want to be happy and I actually want to be in love. Right under that, on the bottom of my deck, which I always check the bottom of my deck, and we heard the phone ring for that for a double confirmation, is we have the Ten of Cups. So somebody wants their long-term commitment and they're looking for their Ten of Cups. They're actually looking for happiness at this point in time around. It's very much giving maturity. It's giving thinking about my future and what it is that's going to make me happy and what it is that I want. So if this is you, or if this is your person, you can expect some type of communication at some point in time. Or if it's some person that you've kind of been talking to and you've been waiting, like, why hasn't they moved it forward? It's because they've been going through a lot of emotional and life issues. Somebody could have been experiencing, they could have been coming from another breakup. Okay, this could signify that they got their heart broken in the past, and that's something that is maybe an interference in the future. But this is somebody has gone through something emotionally traumatic they're trying to get away from, and it's somebody who may have had financial issues that they have just overcome, and that might be why you may feel like there's something in the middle there. What is that thing in the middle that's interfering my connection with this person? Okay, your person, if they're currently going through this and experiencing this, they are now moving into a place of happiness, in a place of stability and self-confidence. And so you can expect in the future them offering their cup. 8:28 on the clock as I look. Okay, so that's the reading that I have for you. This is a very positive reading, and it's a very beautiful reading. I'm going to go ahead and pull from the Starseed Oracle deck because I think it's absolutely beautiful. We're just going to pull perhaps 1 or 2 cards, or I may actually intend on just cutting the deck. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck. Okay. So I remember the soul plane, okay, the fated life versus the destiny life. Okay, so yeah, this is somebody who is, as I mentioned in the reading, maybe understanding what their life path is or what direction they want to be going in due to maybe some karmic cycles that they had to go through and close out. So maybe pain and some trauma that definitely helps us to kind of sometimes it's a redirection in life to say, hey, don't go that way. That's not right for you, or that doesn't fit for you. And of course it's painful and we all experience this, but sometimes it actually helps to aid in your remembrance of, wake up, remember your life purpose. Okay. What is your soul plan? What is your reason for being here? So when we go through some things in life that are very emotionally taxing, we have to dig from deep within and gain some kind of strength in order to help us withstand a situation and gain perspective and say, okay, why is all of this happening? Okay, so this could very much be a situation where somebody is thinking about, okay, this is what I've gone through. It didn't really work out. My life is not working out. My life is a mess. And that is also an opportunity for rebirth. Okay. Somebody might be, being guided to look at their coping mechanisms, to investigate what crutches they've been holding on to, what have they been using to cope, and maybe to loosen that grip a little bit. Maybe holding on to these things haven't worked out so much, and maybe some people have power moments in order to realize that these coping strategies are not it. Okay, that you need to remember your real direction and and get bigger perspective on what your life plan is and your life purpose is and what it is that you truly want. And it seems like somebody's awakening to the idea and to the fact that they do in fact want a long-term relationship. They do in fact want to share their love with someone, to love someone and to be loved. Okay, they do want their 10 of cups. Okay, so that is the reading that I have for you guys all as I'm looking at the clock now, 11:11. I wish you guys all the best following this full moon and beautiful energies. I hope you guys soak it in. I will be posting videos every single day. You can also follow my Instagram at the Quantum Queen to stay up to date with some short readings. Okay, and that's what I've got for you guys.